of what would you do with the Nifty? You're saying this is overblown. We've seen this play out, at least the fear factor we've seen play out to some extent. Would you then take a plunge in the Nifty right now?
We're at, Tamanna, currently we're at what? 23,651. I would say I'd sell the 23,200 put options. Because I feel, once again, it's repetition, but yeah, I think this has been a bit, it's like James Bond movie. He has the antidote, the whole world gets infected seriously, and everything comes only from China. No. I feel there are certain positives from this. Like I said, I'd sell the 23,300 or 200 put options and wait. Currently it would be open. If it goes below certain, if it breaks 23,453, then I would hedge it by shorting the future. But I just sell the puts right now because I have a feeling, once again, it's knee jerk.
I hope so. So 23,300 put option you will sell. Did I get that right, Himen?
Yeah.
Okay. And what about stock calls? Will you buy anything right now?
No, I don't have any stock calls because I'd wait a bit. But yes, if you were to put a gun on my head and say give a stock call, I would say Tata Motors deeply oversold, positive divergence, crossover buys. That is something looking interesting. So is Reliance, and so is Hindustan Unilever. So yeah, Apollo Hospital is the obvious one. Everybody's panicking and expecting the hospitals to get full again. I think Tata Motors and Reliance would be my picks if I were to give. Currently, I'd say wait for just a bit, but yeah, these two would be.
JLR updates are out and you're seeing the impact on the Tata Motors stock as we're speaking. Total Jaguar sales up 16.7%. Year to date, decent-ish uptick there, but nothing much happening to the stock. Off its lows at least. I just want to talk a bit about those hospital stocks. Siddharth Khemka, is there a play here? And I mean, when we talk about something like this, we need to separate the human devastation, how serious this is as a story, as a news event, from what we're talking about here, which is investment opportunities. Pathology, hospitals, any of those allied kind of industries, would you be buying right now?
Yeah, Tamanna, so I think while the situation may be worse, but definitely any adversity, there are certain opportunities. So if the situation were similar to what we are seeing or hearing the news about in China, there will definitely be the hospitals could see a lot of inflows, and hence hospitals, diagnostic players, healthcare companies, I think there will be in focus, and we are seeing some momentum there. Again, very difficult to say if we have a testing facility or not, or as we heard the Karnataka minister talking about, there is no way to see this, but still there is a case for the hospitality, for the healthcare space. So hospitals like Apollo Hospital, Max, Medanta, all these kind of hospitals will see an influx of patients, and could be a play in the current environment.
Okay. And Siddharth, if I can come to you with regard to the other drag, more on the domestic side of things, there's also expected to be a miss on the capex front, government spend especially. Do you expect that is already built into the 6.6% GDP number, which the RBI has suggested India will clock for FY25, or do you expect that there's further downside to that?
First, definitely there is an issue with the government spending, and last few years we have seen that being the single most driver for the growth in the country, that the government spending had been on an overdrive, and finally for whatever reasons, be it elections, be it some other factors, government spending has slowed down, and meaningfully for that. Expectation is that H2 could see some improvement, and we saw that in terms of the ordering activity. Executions has picked up. Q4 could see even more ramp up because the government has come out and clarified that they would kind of maintain the targets for spending for the year. So we could see an increased spending in the later half of the year, and that could kind of sustain or maintain those growth rates. Very difficult to say whether that could come down. Yes, there could be a downward pressure, and a lot would depend on what the government says or does in the last few months that is left of the financial year. Nonetheless, next year there is a lot of hope and expectation with the government's budget being presented on 1st of Feb. I think this year the GDP growth as well as the corporate earnings could remain a bit subdued. But next year could see on a low base, we could see a better growth next year.
Okay, we'll take a very quick break. A quick check on the markets before we hit that break. We're coming back with a conversation with Metropolis. Want to understand what they are learning at the ground level about the virus. Meanwhile, we're leaving the Nifty just struggling above the 23,600 mark, 1.5% down. Nifty IT, I would say completely flat is the only hope. Bank Nifty pummeled today, 2% down over, and look at India VIX. So this is a tough market. Broader markets have cracked even deeper. We're coming back after a very short break. Stay tuned for our top BTST ideas, or at least what the strategy should be in this market.